Hello, and welcome to the Hope Unlocked podcast. I'm your host, Kristin Kurtz, and I'm also the founder of New Wings Coaching, where I empower and unlock women to soar in their calling and roar with their voices. If you're curious to learn more about how coaching can help you unlock your potential, be sure to explore the show notes for ways to connect with me further. Get ready to dive in as we uncover empowering keys and insights in this episode. So tune in and let's unlock hope together. So how often does somebody tell you something and it just totally restricts what maybe you thought was possible? Do you have people in your life that cause you to, like I said, constrict what you think might be possible? Now with God, all things are possible, right? And he can do like immeasurably more than we can ask or imagine, which sometimes can be... there's tension in that, at least for me at times. So I think like one of the things I love about eagles is that they can see beyond, like they can see so far. I believe that they can see a rabbit. Like if they're in a tree, they can see a rabbit like from 3 miles away. I believe that I might be off in my mileage there, but I just love that they can see beyond. They can see beyond, any obstacles. They have something in sight and they go for it. And I just wonder how many of you have been paralyzed by, you have a vision, like the Lord's given you something to, step into, to create, to maybe help others in, and yet somebody comes along and, maybe questions your intentions, questions what you're doing, questions like, what in the world, like, how do you even think this is possible? And especially when it's something that's bigger than you can imagine. And I've said this before, you need people in your corner that remind you of your but God said, not coming in and saying, but what if, let's create a plan B. If God has given you something to create, to walk out, he will provide the materials, the ideas, the resources. It just may take some time. As much as I would love for things to happen overnight, in my world, they don't often. And maybe that's just me, but he's created me to be very tenacious and to be very persistent and patient. I like to call it weight training. So if you have something in your vision, like you're seeing beyond just the circumstances, you're seeing beyond the people that are like, who do you think you are trying to do something like this? I just want to remind you to keep your eye on what he called you to step into. Keep in mind, keep in your heart, keep in your spirit what God has called you to do. What has God called you to do? I keep hearing in my spirit, it's got to be different. It's got to be different. So if you're just trying to like come across somebody else and copy their blueprints or copy their plan, you're going to get frustrated. It's going to be like a merry-go-round. When I coach women, I really encourage them and we dig out the gold for the different, because there's just too many copycats out there. You can see it online, you can see it everywhere. And I just want to encourage you today, like, what is your seeing beyond? What is his seeing beyond for you in this season right now? Seeing beyond doesn't necessarily mean making a 5-year plan. Seeing beyond could be making a week plan. Seeing beyond could be just asking him, like, help me to see beyond what I'm seeing here in my current circumstances, because we're always going to have things that are going to try to paralyze us. We're always going to have things that are going to come along and be challenging. It's not like life is like smooth sailing. We can, I like to believe for those moments, but it's not always going to be that way. With him, like, it is smooth sailing, but there's still going to be storms as we're sailing. There's still going to be, it's not like you can go out on the ocean in a boat and avoid waves. There's always going to be something that's going to try to knock you off, and you just need to continue, see beyond, come up higher, come up higher, come up higher. This is for somebody. You need to come up higher, like an eagle. I think of, those silly crows. Whenever I hear them squawking, they make me think of the enemy, and the eagles, there's crows that are going to try to attack them, but they don't let it bother them. So this is, like I said, this is for somebody. You need to come up higher. Keep your eye on that longer vision. Keep your eye on the vision that the Lord has for you. And if you need somebody to come alongside you who will soar with you, who will be in your corner, reminding you of that but God said, we are not going to create a but if plan. We are going to see beyond where you are right now and to where God wants you to be, because somebody's waiting for you. Somebody is waiting for you to fully step into who God created you to be. And there's something that's snagging you. So not sure who this is for today. Well, I'm going to go now, but I hope you all have a blessed day. Keep your eyes open. I like to say eyes wide open. He has given us vision. He's given us purpose. He's given us so much. So don't let what's happening around you snag you up and keep you from taking those steps forward to just embodying who he's created you to be. So have a blessed day. Bye.